All right, welcome back to this week's market preview. So it was an interesting week, as I expected it was going to be. And the good thing is that now finally, um, all three things we watch out for are finally in alignment. So I remember in the last video, I talked about the fact that on the 18th of September, after the FOMC, volume trend turned bullish, and I told them in the FXP group that dollars fall was coming to an end. And since then, of course, we were able to get a trade on this Friday, 27th, which we wrote up. All right, so last week, our fractal order flow was still bearish. So we actually got a trade here on the second, which we lost, right? So, but now once the whole thing, I actually thought we were going to wait till Friday to change the OF because I felt this was quite a distance to this fractal high here, but price rallied strongly Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to break the fractal high that we had here and turn our fractal OF bullish. So right now our volume trend is bullish, fractal OF is bullish, everything is bullish basically. However, price broke out of its range or closed way outside this range last week. So that is what we usually call an ATR bust. So this is the usual range. All right, let me expand this a little. All right, you can see it. Monday started here. So this is the normal range that we expect dollar to do, all right, from here to here. So since it has closed outside of that range, we call that an ATR bust. And we usually expect that when we have an ATR bust, we are basically going to see a bit of reversal or cooling down at least, right? So we've had this huge moves rally to the upside. We usually have a cooling off period, which can actually turn into a major reversal. So if we see, I think it was somewhere here, yeah. So again, we had an ATR bust here, right? And when that happened, of course, you could see dollar rallying to rallying up to the upside and then give us another bust here, and then you could see again this happening. All right, so if you just go through your charts, see here again an ATR bust, what do you expect? You move to the other side, right? So that's basically how it works. So when we have that ATR bust, you've had a whole lot of momentum to the upside. It could be to the downside as well. We're expecting a reversal kind of setup, or at least a cooling off in the market, and that becomes the main thing we want to trade for the week. So for the week, we are going to be looking to take sales on the USD Monday, Tuesday, in fact, right through the week. If we see the sales present, we want to take the sales. However, from Thursday, if we see buy setups from Thursday, we'll also be willing to take our buy setups from Thursday in continuation of the trend. So we're looking at a situation where it is possible that by Thursday, so usually your Thursday, Fridays tend to have sometimes have midweek reversals, right? So if we see a reason, we usually see the low of the week being formed on Thursday, then of course we could look for reasons to buy. Now, if we go down to our USD baskets, which is basically where we want to see our inducements take place for our fractal OF and the swing shots. All right, so what we'll be expecting is the USD basket has formed this fractal high, so we'll be expecting price to come take it out, right? So this fractal high has been formed. We'll be expecting price to push above it and then give us a reason to sell, right? So that is going to be the play that we are waiting for generally. And then on Thursday, if we find ourselves maybe at the bottom here, somewhere at the low of the week, then we could begin to look for opportunities to buy Thursday and Friday as well. But note that those trades have to be off the low of the week, high of the week. So this week we are actually not going to be looking for intraday models at all. So our intraday models, once we have an ATR bust, we basically leave our intraday models to the side and trade off the high and low of the week, taking into consideration the dates or the day and the time when the setups are occurring. However, I need to point out that right now you could see that dollar, this is 102. The low of Mondays came in at 102.125. The low of today is already 102.125. So they are currently the same. Now, if this is taken, if this goes below the lows of Monday, if it goes below the low of Monday, then I will no longer be willing to buy USD on this day. Right, sorry, to sell USD on this day, even if it later pushes up and takes this out. Right. So whenever we are looking to sell the USD, we want to make sure that the previous day's low is still intact. It hasn't been taken just yet. So when we are going to be looking to sell, we want price to create the high of the week, right? So it needs to come up, take out Monday's high, right? Both on the dollar futures as well as on the USD basket. So we're waiting for it to take out those highs without taking the low of the previous day, right? Without taking the low of the previous day. It's actually possible that this will just continue correcting, and then on Thursday, see a continuation of this of the trend has begun. See a continuation of that trend to the upside. All right, so let's dive into the economic calendar. All right, so let's push through Tuesday. All right, so Tuesday, basically, it's kind of dry day. We don't really have any red folder of concern to us. And then on Wednesday, we have the balance of trade from Germany. Again, still not a major market moving event. So the main thing that we'll have on Wednesday is the FOMC minutes. So we'll be looking to see Jerome Powell has told us in the press conference what the general thing was. So people will be looking to see whether everything was really the way he said and everything. So what was the specific comments that were made by members of the committee and all that. So that's going to prove a little bit crucial in helping people to know what next to do. I mentioned last week, of course, that I wasn't really expecting any 50 basis points cuts that the market was pricing in. And by the time the jobs reports came in stronger than expected, that they would have to unravel those bets that they have made, which is exactly why you saw that strong move after NFP. The NFP numbers came in way higher. So I told them in the group that NFP is going to come in higher than expected, but I said slightly higher than expected. I was expecting it higher in, but not by that huge surge that we had in NFP. So the hot day is actually going to be on Thursday. All right. So Thursday opens up with retail sales from Germany, basically, that's the Eurozone. Right. Now, after then, the key time we'll be looking for is 1:30 my time. So we're going to have the jobless claims and most importantly, the CPI. Personally, I'm expecting the CPI to come in slightly higher than expected, right? I'm expecting the CPI to come in slightly higher than expected. So normally that should push the USD higher. However, on this, I have no idea what it's going to do, what jobless claims is going to do. And I really do not like it when we have two crucial news or data coming in at the same time, because it could lead to a whole lot of what we call whiplash. So where one particular data, the response to it is that the market pushes up higher, and then in response to the other one, we're like, okay, the other one is not so good, and then everything comes back down, right? So we just have that whiplash, which still might still be what we'll see on Thursday. But CPI, I'm expecting CPI slightly higher. Jobless claims, what will happen, we really do not know, right? So we continue with that. So that's going to be really that for the week. On Friday, we'll have GDP from the UK and a bit of other data from there as well. And then the PPI on Friday as well. All right, so that will be all for the week. So we are likely going to see a slow start to the week, right? So Tuesday, Wednesday, a bit boring. And then on Thursday, we are likely going to see an explosion of volatility in the markets. So that's basically what we are going to be expecting. Right, so just keep an eye out. You should make your trading as boring as possible. Use a rule-based system to make your system as boring as possible. So you know exactly what to do, when to do it, and all. And that is the way to conquer the markets. All right, have a good trading week.